Okay guys, welcome to this new tutorial on my channel. In this tutorial we're going to take a look about the importance of attitude and how to build a positive attitude. This will help you to overcome stress, be more successful for your education, at workplace, and much more. Okay, everything has been adapted from Shiv Khera book, okay, which is You Can Win, and as stated by Shiv Khera, winners don't do different things, they do things differently. So if you want to be a winner, try to do things that are very different from others, then you will be able to win. Let's start this session with a balloon story. There was a man who made a living selling balloons at a fair. He had all colors of balloon, including red, yellow, blue, and green. Whenever business was slow, he would release a helium-filled balloon into the air. And when the children saw it go up, they all wanted to buy one. They would come up to him and buy a balloon, and his sale would go up again. He continued his process all day. One day he felt someone tugging at his jacket. He turned around and saw a little boy who asked, "If you release a black balloon, would that also fly?" Moved by the boy's concern, the man replied with empathy, "Son, it is not the color of the balloon. It is what is inside that makes it go up, that is the air." The balloon in your life. The same thing applies to our life. It is about what is inside that counts. The thing outside us doesn't matter. The thing inside of us that makes us go up is our attitude. Right? So this is why this session is about a positive attitude. Have you ever wondered why some individuals, organizations, or countries are more successful than others? It is not a secret. These people simply think and act more effectively. They have learned how to do so by investing in the most valuable asset, people. I believe that success of an individual, organization, or country depends on the quality of their people. The TQP, or Total Quality People. Having been exposed to a number of training programs such as customer service, selling skills, strategic plan, that is Shiv Khera, have come to the conclusion that all of these are great programs with one major challenge. None of them works unless they have the right foundation, and the right foundation is a TQP, that is a Total Quality People. A people with good character and integrity, good values, and a positive attitude. Don't get me wrong. You do need all the other programs, but they will only work when you have the right foundation. And the foundation is TQP. For example, some customer service program teach participants to say please and thank you, give smiles and handshake. But how long can a person keep on a fake smile if he doesn't have the desire to serve? Besides, people can see through him, and if the smile is not sincere, it is irritating. Just imagine you're smiling at a person just like this, trying forcibly, let's say forcibly, you're going to make a smile to him. Let's see how it is going to be iterating, right? First of all, irritating in the sense that you don't really want to smile, but you have to smile in that case, right? It's being forcibly done, right? So why doesn't the smile come on the own instead of actually forcing you to say a thank you or a please? Someone once approached Blaise Pascal, if you still remember this scientist, the famous French philosopher, and said, "If I had your brains, I would be a better person." Saint Pascal replied, "Be a better person and you will have my brains." This is about the desire. If you want to be, then you have to be a better person. Then you will have my brains. So you should have the desire of becoming one. Then you will achieve. Similarly, saying thank you and please. Your attitude contributes to success. A study attributed to Harvard University found that a person gets a job 85% of the time. This is because of the attitude. Only 50% of the time because of how smart they are and how many facts and figures they know. Surprisingly, almost 100% of education dollars go to teach facts and figures, which account for only 15% of success in work. Let's take another story. The acres of diamond. There was a farmer in Africa who was happy and content. He was happy because he was content. He was content because he was happy. One day a wise man came to him and told him about the glory of diamonds and the power that goes along with them. The wise man said, if you had a diamond the size of your thumb, you could have your own city. If you had a diamond the size of your face, you could probably own your own country. And then he went away. That night the farmer couldn't sleep. He was unhappy and he was discontented, and he was discontented because he was unhappy. Right? Diamonds. The next morning he made arrangement to sell off his farm, took care of his family, and took off in search of diamonds. He looked all over Africa and couldn't find any. He looked all through Europe and couldn't find any. When he got to Spain, he was emotionally, physically, and financially broke. He got so disheartened that he threw himself into the Barcelona River and committed suicide. So, what is the moral of this story? There are actually 5 morals. When our attitude is right, we realize that we're all working on acres and acres of diamonds. Attributed to Dr. Russell Conwell. Opportunity is always under our feet. If we don't have to go anywhere, all we need to do is recognize it. You may be sitting somewhere, right, you don't see any opportunity, but there must be somehow an opportunity lying somewhere there. Moral. The grass on the other side always looks greener. While we are dyeing the grass on the other side, there are others who are dyeing the grass on our side. They would be happy to trade places with us. When people don't know how to recognize opportunities, they complain of noise when it knocks. The same opportunity never knocks twice. The next one may be better or worse, but it's never the same. So whenever you have the opportunity, please don't lose it, but take into account of it. Now, the story of the diamonds. In fact, the diamonds were in the same form that were being sold to the new customer, that is, to the new owner. Right? So, the new owner were able to get the diamonds. The land was completely filled of diamonds. In fact, the one that sold the land in terms of greed has actually lost all the diamonds. But the one that bought it, there was complete diamond everywhere. So don't lose the opportunity. When you have the opportunity, don't let it go. Like David and Goliath. We also know the story of David and Goliath. I didn't know, frankly, I didn't know this story, but after reading it from the book, I was actually able to do it. You'll see how this content will become very interesting in the second part, where I will discuss about the plan that you need to overcome it for, I think, 21 days, set to make yourself a complete positive man of how you are. We all know the story of David and Goliath. There was a giant who was bullying and harassing the children in the village. One day, a 17-year-old shepherd boy came to visit his brothers and asked, "Why don't you stand up and fight the giants?" The brothers were terrified and they replied, "Don't you see? He's too big to hit." But David said, "No, he is not big to hit, but he's too big to miss. Just pick up a stone and throw it." The rest is history. We all know what happened. If you don't know, please go and search about David and Goliath. You read about it. David kills a giant with a sling. Same giant, different perception. Attitude. Our attitude determines how we look at a setback. To a positive thinker, it can be a stepping stone to success. To a negative thinker, it can be a stumbling block. Great organizations are not measured by wages and working conditions. They're measured by feelings, attitude, and relationship. And one thing I would quote really. Quotations are something very important. Like economists I read it somewhere. I think it's Excellence in You in a book, where he said actually it doesn't matter what is the quantity of work you're doing. It matters only the quality of work you're doing. Right? Similarly here, it's measured by feeling, attitudes, and relationship. Factors that determine our attitudes. There are primarily three factors that determine our attitudes. There are environment, experience, education. These are the triple E's of attitude. Let's evaluate each of these factors individually. Let's start with the environment. You have home, positive, negative influences. Someone is ill, school, peer pressure, work, media. You have television, newspaper, magazine, cultural background, religious background, tradition and beliefs, social environment, political environment. All these environments create a culture. Every place, be it a home, organization, or a country, has a culture. Let's take, for example, you go to a shop. Two shops, in fact. The first shop you go, the people will be very polite with you. The second shop you go, they will be completely arrogant. This is the environment that is making it. You will see, by having positive attitude, you will completely change. Our behavior changes according to our experiences with people and events in our life. If we have a positive experience with a person, our attitude toward him becomes positive and vice versa. Advantages of positive attitude. It increases productivity, fosters teamwork, solves problems, improves quality, makes a congenial atmosphere, breeds loyalty, increases profits, foster better relationship with employers, customers, girlfriends, boyfriends, reduces stress, helps a person become a contributing member of society and asset to the country, makes a pleasing personality. Negative attitude. A negative attitude will give you bitterness, resentment, purposeless life, like I was before, ill health, high stress level for themselves and others. Now, in the next coming session, I will discuss the action step that you need to take to become actually a great winner. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.